Okay, so you just knew at some point that I was going to have a little bit of a rant about this topic. And that, of course, is to do with the UK getting marriage equality, or same-sex marriage, or gay marriage, whatever you want to dress it up as, it's the same thing. Now, for anyone who wants to know the latest, there is going to be a link in the video description bit below, so have a little look in there. That's going to go to the actual Parliament website, so you can see where this is in the process of actually working its way through the system. There's a new anti-equal marriage group called Gay Marriage No Thanks, which has former Christian People's Alliance leader Alan Craig as its spokesman. And they've taken an advert out in a newspaper over here called The Times. Now, up to now, The Times has actually been speaking for marriage equality, so it's kind of strange as to why they'd run this advert anyway. But this whole advert, or the idea for it, is 10 reasons to be against gay marriage. Let's have a little look through them. Okay, so the first reason for their thing against marriage is intact biological families provide the gold standard for well-being of children. There is too much that I could say at this point already which goes against your argument. I mean, dare I mention the Det Fox family again that are here on YouTube that have adopted children that are actually a better family than I've known quite a few other families to be. Not only that, but what has marriage actually got to do with children anyway? I mean, scientifically speaking, you can have children without marriage. In fact, a lot of families do these days. The next reason is children have a human right to be nurtured by both their biological parents. Yeah, they do. They have the right to do so. But if they're brought up in a loving family, then what is the problem with that, you know? Gay parenting, by definition, denies the child from having one or both biological parents. It doesn't deny them of any facts or any biological parents. It could possibly deny them, let's see, no. Can't find anything that it would deny them of. Popular support for the bill is based on the unfounded theory that people are born gay. I don't even know where to begin. For starters, I am a gay anyway, so I can tell you, for as long as I can remember, I've been gay. I've had feelings towards people of the same sex for as long as I care to remember. So, yeah, I could pretty much join in with the thing saying that you are born that way. It's also got support on it because it's bringing forward equality. But we'll come on to that in just a little bit because I kind of want to get through to some of these other points. All school children will be taught that as adults they can have marriage relationships with either men or women. Well, yeah, they can. On the point of what children are actually going to be taught, can I just let you know something here, because I think that this group have missed off something. Before the 1970s over here in the UK, marriage actually was equal. It's only that it got redefined in the 70s to actually be between one man and one woman. Now, it's also redefined at this point to include extra things about reasons for divorce and that sort of thing. But the main point of it is, before the 1970s, marriage was completely equal. Children would have had to have been taught that back then. I mean, okay, they might not have been legally because it was mental health issues back then and everything like that, but we're moving forward into an equality society. People are treated more equal these days, and I think it's about time that our teachings taught that. Adolescents commonly experience temporary same-sex attraction. That does not mean that they are gay. I think it does for a little bit, don't you? I mean, okay, we've all heard about the thing of going off to college or university, and that's the time to experiment and everything like that. And you know what? Okay, if people are going to experiment with things like that, then good on them. Let them try it for once, you know? I mean, if we've got this life for one time, isn't it right that we experiment with different things? I think it's kind of time to mix it up at certain points in our lives. There is no evidence that SSM, same-sex marriage, strengthens marriage. In Spain, marriage rates fell. Good on Spain. They probably realised that being married isn't actually something that great. we're not saying that same-sex marriage is going to strengthen marriage. We're going to say that it's allowing people who are in love to get married. I think that's the main idea behind it. If you'd like to know why the marriage rates fell, or why marriage is possibly dying out, I just kind of think your argument here might be with divorce. I think that's your biggest killer of marriage. I don't know. Behind this bill is a militant move to deny gender difference. Kind of where to begin on this one, really. So I'm kind of thinking that after people of the same sex can actually get married, men are still going to have a penis and women are still going to have a vagina. Equal love leads to unequal marriage. I'm so sorry. I know that this is meant to be like a really serious thing, but really? You want us to take this seriously? Really? Civil partnerships already provide all the legal and financial benefits of marriage for gay people. No, it doesn't. So there we go. Kind of proven wrong on that, really. Also, if civil partnerships already provide the same thing, then let's see, why are you bothered if it's called gay marriage or not? Why would you, if we've already got the same rights and everything, then why are you arguing against this? Surely you're going, well, it's kind of already done the same, so why argue against it now? Surely you are only arguing against the name. But you see, therein lies the problem, because civil partnerships aren't the same, are they? In fact, civil partnerships aren't actually worth the paper that they're wrote on. There's something that I saw not that long ago was saying that, how sometimes someone can be in hospital and the hospital will put it on and say it's family only or immediate family that are only allowed to see this person, right? Well, in marriage, your married partner would be able to go in. Say if it was you that was really injured and they put the immediate family thing on. If you were married to someone, then that person is considered family. They can go and see you. They are your immediate family. If you're in a civil partnership, though, they would be denied. And that is the truth. Not a lot of people know about that, but that is the truth. That is one of the realities of having a civil partnership. It doesn't actually equate to, well, even the paper that's wrote on, it's kind of pointless. So that's why we are fighting for marriage equality. We're fighting for marriage equality to make it equal, and that's all it is. Gay people have been in relationships now for fucking however many years. You hear about some of these things, and they've been together for like 70 years or something like that. Unbelievable things. But why shouldn't we have marriage equality? I mean, we've just gone through some of the points here that this anti-gay group is trying to put across. Now, I can't actually agree with any of them. I mean, okay, I'm slightly biased towards the marriage equality side, but I still can't get my head around why these arguments come around. I mean, for starters, they bring kids into the argument. Well, we're not doing it. We're not bringing kids into the argument saying, well, this is why we should be getting married. If that's something that we were doing, then okay, you've got a valid argument there, but we're not doing that. That simply hasn't risen up, and marriage actually has fuck all to do with children. It really does. The only people that can be affected by a marriage is the two people that are actually in it, and that's it. No one else is going to be affected by this marriage. So bringing children into it, well, already I think slightly less of your campaign. It then goes on to say that how the bill is getting supported because it's got its unfounded theory that people are born gay. Obviously, having done no research into the fucking topic, otherwise you'd understand exactly where gay people come from when they say that they feel they were born that way. And if some people only find out in later life, well, good on them. Nice one for actually experimenting. Which is another point in the thing. To say that it's going to deny gender difference. What the fuck? And to say that equal love leads to unequal marriage. Well, what the fuck is that founded on? These whole arguments, this whole situation, everything that is being said at the moment, these people that go out with the placards and they're going, vote no and vote yes and stand for this and This argument has been had over and over again throughout history. The most recent one was to do when people of different colours could not get married. Now, if you go back onto Google and you find marriage equality for people of different skin colours, you find the pictures, you have a look at the placards that they're holding. I guarantee it will say that God does not want this because it says in such and such part of the Bible. Then have a look at one of the pictures from today where people are arguing against marriage equality for people of the same sex. It says God is against this because it says in Leviticus or something like that. Fucking bullshit. You know, we've been through this before. We'll probably go through it again. We just don't know who with. It's time that we have an equal society, and that's all that it's going towards. If you don't like it, don't get married to a person of the same sex. Simple as.